Hey guys, it's Cthulthu here. Here I am at Ancient Caverns, killing Mithril dragons, and this guide to killing Mithril dragons. So firstly, how to get here. I get here using Ferocious Ring, teleport to Curadel's, and then run up to the Mithril dragons. Second way is to come by Fairy Ring. You will have to repair the Fairy Ring in the Ancient Caverns before you can use it, and then you also have to find the Fairy Ring code, RS Wiki it to find all that information out. The third way is to teleport to Barbarian Outpost using a Games Necklace, run down south to the Whirlpool and jump in, and you'll be in the Ancient Caverns dungeon. To do that, though, you will have to have done Barbarian training. So yeah, here I am at Mithril Dragons. I get this task maybe 1 in every 30-40 tasks that I get from Curadel, so pretty rare. It's pretty refreshing when I get one, because it's not one of those monotonous tasks that you get on a daily basis, like Abyssal Demons or Aberrant Spectres. So every time I do get one, you know, it's a nice, enjoyable task to do, because it's just completely different from what you usually have to do. Also, you only have to kill 4 to 14 of them, so you're not usually here that many. I say 4 to 14 of them. That's because those are the that's the minimum and the maximum that I've ever had. It could be completely different though. But yeah, you only have to kill between those numbers, and then there's the high effigy drop rate, simply because they're high level. So the higher level they are, the better chance they have of dropping an effigy. Their drops are, you know, great. They commonly drop they commonly drop Rune Battle Axe and Rune Bars. So yeah, they're great droppers as well. And then finally, there's that rare and elusive Dragon Full Helm, and that's what keeps me coming back here. I want to get the rarest drop in RuneScape, and without a doubt, that's the Dragon Full Helm. You can get it one in 2 ways. You can get it as a drop from Mithril Dragon, or you could get a drop called Chewed Bones, which you can use to make a pyre ship and a pyre boat rather, and that could give you a chance to get a Dragon Full Helm. So moving on, there's 2 ways to really kill it, melee and range. I do not recommend mage, so I will not go through mage at all. In terms of meleeing, obviously used a stab weapons. All dragons are going to be weak to stab, so I'm using Celtic Rapier, as you can see. I would also recommend Celtic Longsword using stab, or Zamorakian Spear, or any stab weapon really. Bracknish Blade, I believe it's called. I've never actually used one before, but I believe that's a good stab weapon that you could use if you don't have any of the others, or if you don't have super anti-fires and therefore need a one-handed stab weapon. Also, in terms of spec web, I recommend bringing Karasi's Sword. Metal dragons are obviously weak to magic-based attacks, so while I will not recommend maging here, definitely using Karasi's spec will be very advantageous. It usually hits between 200 to 700 for me. It never fails to hit, and I've never seen it hit below 200, so it's 100% attack, and usually I hit between 500 to 700 with it. So very accurate, and will hit pretty decently. If you're not going to bring Karasi's Sword, I don't recommend bringing any spec weapon, honestly. I mean, you could bring Dragon Claw. Some people think it's a great weapon to use here. Honestly, whatever damage that Dragon Claw is going to do, I probably could have done it with the Rapier. In terms of the attacks the Mithril Dragon uses, it uses the full combat triangle, but it'll only use 2 types of attacks at any one time, depending on how you choose to kill it. If you choose to kill it within melee distance, it will use mage and melee, and if you choose to kill it farcast it, then it will use range and magic. Either way, you're going to get hit by a magic attack, and that's why I wear Carills. I wear Carills whether I'm meleeing, or obviously, if I'm going to be ranging, I will use Carills, Armadillo, Pernix, whatever I have at best. But yeah, seeing as it's going to use mage attacks regardless of what you do, best to have a magic, you know, reducing damage gear, so Carills, and then you can pray against the alternative attack. The alternative attack being melee if you're killing it with melee distance, and range if you're farcasting it. And that's definitely the best way to go. There's absolutely no doubt about that. So if you're going to melee it, make sure you use Carills. If you're going to range it, make sure you use Carills or better. Obviously that's up to you. And then, you know, the gear will negate the magic attacks, and you can negate the other attack yourself. And then obviously it's going to use a flame attack, but you should have anti-fires for that. So no problem there. That's pretty much that's pretty much all there is to say about Mithril Dragons. In terms of the gear I've brought, it's attack and strength bonus geared. So we're talking, you know, Dragon Boots, Fury, Slayer Helmet. In terms of my inventory, I've just got 1 Extreme Pure set, so that's attack and strength. I've got 5 Prayer Pots, I've got 1 Super Anti-Fire, I've got 10 Sharks, a Karasi's Sword, and a Bone Crusher. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, nothing in depth in terms of the inventory. It's all very simple. You've only got to kill 4 to 14, so you don't have to overthink it really. Just a nice fast task to do. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Cthulthu. Until next time, guys. See you around.